I'm Johnny Buck, and this is my podcast. What's up, everybody? It's your boy Johnny Buck here. Today we're going to talk about hustlers and beggars, all right? It seems, on the outside, it looks the same. On the outside, you see a person who's not really working per se. They're not at a job, who is receiving money, okay? A beggar asks you for your hard-earned money, and I don't want to seem like I'm insensitive. I don't care about people. I do a lot with charities. I do a lot with people. I do a lot to help. I don't get I don't look for accolades. I don't look for praise or attaboy for it. It's just something I do a lot of times, and mostly in private. But I've got a really hard time giving another human cash or money that I've earned because they're asking for it. It's just something that it's really difficult for me to wrap my head around. I'm not saying I'm better than they are. I'm not saying that they're lesser than other humans. I just can't. I couldn't see myself begging or having my hand out for something that I didn't earn. You know, at the end of the week, I have no problem putting my hand out for a paycheck. It's not a problem for me because I use my skills to provide you service or things or whatever, and you're compensating me accordingly, okay? So I've got a really hard time handing cash out to other people. Now, in the wintertime, you'll get hats, you'll get gloves, you'll get jackets, you'll get coats, you'll get whatever I got, but it's really difficult. And I know it's no different than me. I know it's no different than me giving them $40 for that jacket. But in my head, the way I look at it is, okay? I'm providing you something to help you. It's a hand up, not a handout. You know, I'm giving you a hand. You know, maybe if you're not so cold, you won't freeze to death tonight, and you can get a job tomorrow, or you can go you can go work for somebody. You know, and the thing is, the mentality of this has changed a lot. When I was a kid, you would see we'll work for food. Now, most of the time, they weren't going to work for food. They wanted you to give them $1 or a quarter or $15. Because I've seen with my own eyes people handing these people food and then throwing it back at them. Tell them, get the fuck out of here. I want a beer. You know, and it's an urban legend. I literally watched it going into River Ridge. This chick gave this dude a sandwich and an apple. He threw the fucking apple at her. So obviously he did not want to do shit for food. He wanted to do shit for booze. And I know that's not the case for everybody. I fully understand that. But it's a really hard time for me to give my money to somebody. It's just how I am. I believe everything you do in life, you need to work for. And that's part of how my parents raised me. It's part of how I've seen sports. It's part of why I fucking despise participation trophies. Cannot stand it. It drives me insane. But I just really have a hard time with that. I believe that everything in life you work for and you reap what you sow, kind of thing. Now, hustlers are a different fucking animal, okay? They look like somebody standing on the street trying to get money, and they are. But the difference is they've got a game. They're doing something. They have a skill set, that scam, if you will, okay? Street performers as well. And let me give you a quick little thing on street performers for you guys who are listening. All right, if you see somebody in the street dancing or singing or playing a guitar or beating on a fucking bongo, and you stop and you look at them, if you stop and look at them, you give them money, because this person provided you entertainment. Okay, they used their skill set to provide you something. No, you didn't ask for a fucking street entertainer, but you didn't have to stop either, did you? Okay. So it's no different than going to the movies and paying $13 for a movie and $20 for a fucking popcorn that costs 50 cents and a soda that costs 25 cents. All right, you're buying Spielberg a new fucking jet. What you're doing when you stop and you're entertained by something in the street, you're giving them gas money, you're paying a car payment, you're paying a mortgage, you're helping pay for singing lessons, you're helping them keep their guitar stringed, you know. So that's just a little mini rant on that, you know. So if you stop and look at somebody, give them money, all right? If you don't have cash on you, then shit happens, you know. But try and carry cash when you're doing shit like that, all right? Everybody should carry at least $20 in cash. Anyways, so a hustler is the in my opinion, the opposite of a beggar. They are hustling. They're doing something. They may be scamming, but if they scam you out of $20 and you pay them, cool. If they try and scam you out of $20, you don't pay them, that's also cool. All right? It's a risk of the business, okay? So let me tell you what happened to me. I was in New Orleans for a business conference. Had a good time. We're down. I forget where the fuck we were. It's the one day I got drunk. 1 of 2 days out of 7 I got drunk. And it went from 0 to 100 really quick, which I have that issue sometimes. Anyways, so we're sitting there. This dude comes up to me, young black kid's got a little bit of accent, maybe a Creole accent. I don't know. You know, in Charleston, I forget what the hell it's called too. Anyways, he comes to me, he said, "Hey, those are nice shoes." All right, thank you. He goes, "I bet you I know where we got them shoes at." I said, "All right." He said, I bet you, if I don't have it, you know, and dude, his delivery was fucking on point. If it wasn't so smooth, I probably wouldn't have gave him the money at the end. But very smooth delivery, yada, yada, yada. Comes up, and he bet me. He said, if I get it wrong, I'll shine your shoes for free. They're flip-flops. They're fucking reef flip-flops. They weren't my toe holds because it was rainy and nasty out. I wasn't fucking my toe holds up. So he goes through it, boom, boom. I'm like, all right. He says, you got your shoes on the bottom of your feet. Well, fuck, he was right. My shoes were on the bottom of my feet. Alright? So he sat me down, shined my shoe, and told me it's $20 for the shoe shine and $20 for a lesson. He said, you never let a man pull you into his game. And that little pitch at the end, he said, what the fuck he say? He said, you'll never let another man pull you into his game. It's something that I wholeheartedly believe in for everything, especially athletics and business, okay? And he did, hook, line, and sinker. He got me. And he wanted $40. Well, I gave him $7 because I'm not giving you $40 for polishing two straps on some fucking worn out flip-flops, right? So I thought that was cool. I gave him $7. It was literally all the cash I had because I just bought Bloody Marys at the bar right before that. And I taught this dude a new hustle too. This is something I've done a few times that my dad taught me. Was when you're in a bar, especially if you find the biggest guy in there, you know, the guy in the tiny fucking t-shirt, you know, size medium, he's probably fat with his shirt off, you know, that guy. And this dude's probably not going to pay you. But here's a hustle I've run a few times that my dad taught me, and I taught this man. I was like, you find the biggest guy. I said, you're a strong guy, right? He said, yeah. You're strong, you work out, you lift? He goes, yeah, of course, you know. Of course he does. He fucking does curls 3 days a week. Never squatted a day in his life. Probably does fucking curls in a squat rack. Anyways, so you go through, I bet you something weighs less than a loaf of bread that you can't pick up. So I'm not going to, you know. I said, I bet you can't pick up something that weighs less than a loaf of bread. Oh, sure I can. I'm saying, I don't think you can. You don't look that strong. Shake on it and bet him $20. When he says, all right, go, you spit in the floor. Alright, you can't pick up spit. It doesn't fucking work. It's just, you can wipe it, but you can never pick spit up. Okay? And that is how you hustle somebody at $20 in a bar. I've done it, probably made $60, $80, maybe $100 over the years. But you're gonna miss a lot too, because it embarrasses them. But what happened to me in New Orleans, what happened to a bunch of drunk, tough guys in the bar, was you got hustled. Okay? And you got to pay a hustler's dues. You got to give him his cash. And you don't have to, but then you're a piece of shit. But, you know, that's the difference to me between a hustler and a beggar. I had absolutely no problem giving that kid $7, which I'd have given him 10. I mean, I probably gave him 20, realistically, about a $20 bill. But I really got a hard time giving a beggar something. And it's probably just me. It's probably that my work ethic. It's probably how my parents raised me. It's probably that I can't stand participation fucking trophies. And to me, if you're sitting there with a sign on the side of the road, you're sitting with your hand out, and you're not. To me, you're not earning it. If I see a will work for food sign, and I offer you a job, oh, get out of the way, cat. If I see you, and I offer you a job, you know, I'll pay you probably better than. You know, not as good as you're going to get standing on the side of the fucking road, but to me, I would rather earn $40, $50, $60 than be given $100 or $1,000. It's just how I am. It's who I am. I'd like to see that mentality a little more And kind of what bothered me about this, what sparked this, was one, I got hustled in New Orleans. But the other thing that bothered me was I saw a friend of mine with basically, I don't even want to go into it. She's basically asking for free shit. She wants EBT, which, listen, I'm not opposed to EBT. I'm not opposed to WIC. I'm not opposed to a lot of things. But if you're asking for prayers so you get it, it's not hard to get. Like, you show your income, you show your dependents, and they tell you what you get. But if it's one of those situations where you just want to get it so you don't have to work as hard, it drives me fucking insane. To me, I'd rather hear a prayer say, hey, listen, pray for me. I got job interviews tomorrow. I'll pray for you all fucking day for that. All right? I'm having a really difficult time praying for you to, get a handout. I know there's time and place for it, but it's just a mentality. It really bothers me. And so that's really about it, man. I appreciate you guys listening. So remember, if you get hustled, give that hustler money, all right? And if you stop and look at an entertainer, you owe them their money. And if you need anything, please reach out to me. I'm super happy you guys listen to this. If you know somebody needs it, like, share, let your friends know, all that wholesome goodness. All right, guys, I appreciate you listening. Later.